Assalamu alaikum. This is Maria Zulfikar welcoming you all to the English news from Btv-Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Investigation underway to find cause of fire at Hazrat Shahjalal International Airport's cargo village, says Civil Aviation Advisor. Government to increase house rent allowance for teachers of MPO listed non-government educational institutions from November. National Citizen Party (NCP) demands to bring persons to justice who involved in recent controversial elections. Ghana Forum officially signs July National Charter. Final selection round of BTV's popular talent hunt program Notun Kuri to continue till 21st October. Israeli forces kill 11 members of Palestinian family violating ceasefire in Gaza. And Bangladesh women's team to take on Sri Lanka in ICC Cricket World Cup in India tomorrow. Viewers, those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. Civil Aviation and Tourism Advisor Sheikh Bashiruddin said an investigation is underway into the cause of the fire at Hazrat Shahjalal International Airport's cargo village, the extent of the damage and any potential negligence. The advisor told reporters after visiting the fire-ravaged cargo village in the afternoon today.
পুরো ঘটনার ক্যাটালগিং করবে আপনার এই ক্যাটালগ দিয়ে আমরা তারপরে অংশীজনের সাথে আলোচনা করে গোয়েন্দা সংস্থা থেকে শুরু করে তদন্ত সংস্থার সকলকে একত্রে নিয়ে আমরা এখান থেকে এর রহস্য উদ্ঘাটন করার চেষ্টা সো আমরা কালকে প্রায় সারা রাত এয়ারপোর্টে ছিলাম আমরা একটা নতুন জায়গা এনবিআর এর সাথে সংশ্লিষ্ট হয়ে বিজিএমই আমাকে প্রতিশ্রুতি দিয়েছে যে দ্রুততম সময়ে এবং আমরাও সরকারের পক্ষ থেকে দ্রুততম সময়ে এটাকে কিভাবে বের করা যায় আমরা সপ্তাহে 7 দিন 24 ঘন্টা কাজ করব যেন পণ্য সরবরাহে কোনো রকম জটিলতা না হয় এবং যারা ক্ষতিগ্রস্ত হয়েছেন তাদের ইন্স্যুরেন্স কভারেজ কী আছে আমাদের এয়ারপোর্টের ইন্স্যুরেন্স কভারেজ কী আছে এই সকল কিছুকে মানে ইয়েতে নিয়ে আমলে নিয়ে আমরা সিদ্ধান্তে উপনীত হব
Earlier, a Bangladesh Garment Manufacturers and Exporters Association (BGMA) delegation visited the scene and expressed concern over extensive losses.
একটা যেভাবে ইনসিডেন্ট ঘটতেছে এই ইনসিডেন্টগুলো থেকে আমাদেরকে হেফাজত করার জন্য সরকারকে মানে দায়িত্ব নিতে হবে না হলে আমরা কিন্তু টিকে থাকতে পারবো না আজকে আমরা যেটার বিষয়ে যাচ্ছি আমি বলি বিইং এ বিজিএমএ বোর্ড আমি এক ব্যক্তিগতভাবে আমার 26টা কনসাইনমেন্ট ছিল এভাবে বুঝেন 1200 বন্ডার আমাদের এইখানে যেটা ক্যালকুলেশন হচ্ছে 1 বিলিয়নে যেটা মানে কভার হবে এটাও না
Meanwhile, interim government said government is aware of public concern regarding some major fires in several locations across the country. In a statement, government said security services are investigating each incident thoroughly and protecting lives and property with utmost vigilance. Any credible evidence of sabotage or arson will be met with a swift and resolute response, the statement added. It said no act of criminality or provocation will be allowed to disrupt the public life and political process. If these fires prove to be acts of sabotage and their aim is to sow panic and division, they will succeed only if people allow fear to overtake reason and resolve. Government said Bangladesh has faced many challenges before and together will face any threats to new democracy with unity, calm and determination. There is nothing to fear but fear itself. The government has decided to increase the house rent allowance for teachers of MPO-listed non-government educational institutions. According to a notification issued by the Finance Ministry, the house rent has been set at 5% of the basic salary with a minimum of 2,000 taka. The notification, signed by Finance Division Deputy Secretary Mariam Mitu, was issued today. The Finance Ministry clarified that no arrears will be paid under the new structure. It said the rate was determined considering existing fiscal constraints. The allowance must be automatically adjusted in line with future national pay scales and disbursed strictly under MPO policies and relevant government gazettes. The circular further said any irregularities in disbursement will render the bill-paying authority personally liable. MPO-listed teachers have long been staging demonstrations demanding an increase in house rent allowance. The National Citizen Party (NCP) demanded that those involved in the controversial elections of recent years under the Election Commission be brought to justice. Following a meeting with Election Commission Senior Secretary Akhtar Ahmed at the Election Bhavan in Agargaon today, NCP's Chief Coordinator Nasiruddin Patwari made this statement while speaking to journalists. Regarding the party symbol issue, Nasiruddin Patwari said that the NCP has no alternative symbol other than Shapla. Reiterating their firm stance on retaining the symbol, he sought the Election Commission's cooperation in this regard. A meeting on the symbol issue was held today between NCP representatives and the Senior Secretary of the Election Commission led by Nasiruddin Patwari, Chief Coordinator of the party. Among others, Hasnat Abdullah, Chief Organizer of NCP's Southern Region, Khalid Saifullah, Joint Convener Zahirul Islam Musa, and Joint Member Secretary were present in the meeting. Gona Forum officially signed the July National Charter 2025 today at a ceremony held at the LD Hall of the National Parliament Building. Advocate Subrata Chaudhary, acting president of Gona Forum, handed over the signed document to Dr. Ali Riaz, vice chairman of the July Charter Implementation Committee. The event was attended by Dr. Mirazur Rahman, general secretary of Gona Forum, along with other senior party leaders. During the ceremony, Dr. Ali Riaz said it is a moral responsibility for every political party, including Gona Forum, to sign this national charter. He expressed hope that despite some differences in opinion, all political parties will sign the charter in the greater interest of the nation. Advocate Subrata Chaudhary, acting president of Gona Forum, said the July National Charter reflects the hopes and aspirations that emerged from the 2024 mass uprising. He added that Gona Forum believes this charter will become a significant milestone on the path to a prosperous and democratic Bangladesh. Monir Haidar, Badiul Alam Mojumdar, Iftikharuzzaman and other members of the July National Charter Implementation Committee, among others, were present at the event. Today marks the sixth day of the final selection round of Bangladesh Television's popular talent hunt show Notun Kuri, which will continue until October 21. The final phase is being held at the Bangladesh Television headquarters in Rampura, Dhaka. From each division, the top 5 contestants in every category based on their highest scores in the divisional rounds are participating in this stage. The selected candidates candidates have been notified of their audition dates and times via SMS on their mobile phones. This year's competition features 9 categories, including acting, recitation, storytelling, comedy, general and classical dance, patriotic and modern songs, Nozrul and Robindro Songit, folk songs, and Hamdanat performances. First launched in 1976, Notun Kore was the first reality show-style talent hunt program in the Indian subcontinent, from which many renowned artists emerged. After a long hiatus, Notun Kore has returned with its original name and theme song, continuing its legacy of discovering young talents across Bangladesh. Now, international news. Israeli forces have killed 11 members of a Palestinian family in Gaza, the deadliest single violation of the fragile ceasefire since it took effect 8 days ago. The attack happened on Friday evening when a tank shell was fired by Israeli forces at a civilian vehicle carrying the Abu Shaban family in the Zaytun neighborhood of Gaza City. According to Gaza's civil defense, 7 children and 3 women were among those killed when the Israeli military fired on the vehicle as the family attempted to reach their home to inspect it. Civil Defense spokesperson Mahmoud Basal said in a statement, "They could have been warned or dealt with differently," Basal said, adding that what happened confirms that the occupation is still thirsty for blood and insists on committing crimes against innocent civilians. The agency said in a separate statement that its teams have managed to recover the bodies of 9 people so far, in coordination with the UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs (OCHA). Meanwhile, the bodies of 2 children remain missing, as their remains were scattered due to the intensity of the bombardment, the group added. Afghanistan and Pakistan have agreed to an immediate ceasefire in talks mediated by Qatar and Turkey, following a week of fierce and deadly clashes along their disputed border. Qatar's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said early on Sunday that Afghanistan and Pakistan had agreed to the ceasefire and the establishment of mechanisms to consolidate lasting peace and stability between the two countries. Doha said the two countries also agreed to hold follow-up meetings in the coming days to ensure the sustainability of the ceasefire and verify its implementation in a reliable and sustainable manner. Earlier, both sides said they were holding peace talks in Doha on Saturday, as they sought a way forward after clashes killed dozens and wounded hundreds in the worst violence between the two South Asian neighbors since the Taliban seized power in Kabul in 2021. Huge crowds have gathered to protest against President Donald Trump's policies in cities across the U.S., among them New York, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Miami, and Los Angeles. The rally in New York City's iconic Times Square drew thousands of people not long after it began on Saturday morning. Protesters have gathered in several United States cities for No Kings. Demonstrations against President Donald Trump's policies on immigration, education, and security, with organizers saying they expect more than 2,600 events across the country. Ahead of the demonstrations, Trump allies accused the protesters of being linked with the far-left Antifa movement and condemned what they called the Hate America rally.